Hey, you guys, welcome back to another review of Belle Collective. Happy Father's Day to those that are fathers. Happy, happy, happy. And let's go ahead and get into this review. I know it's been a minute since we've been on YouTube, since last week, but it's a lot that's been going on. So let's get into it.
Keeps it real, expressing how we feel. Whoa. So come on in and sip some tea. Join the KOURTNEY family. We're about relationships and review, making it fun just for you. Go with God, let God go with you. It's time for KOURTNEY and Eddie.
I always put God first. What's going on, co-ed camp folks? How y'all doing tonight? Welcome back to another video of KOURTNEY and Eddie. I'm Eddie, aka E-Dub. This is my lovely wife.
Beautiful, lovely, wonderful, great. That's me, Coco.
This right here is KOURTNEY and Eddie. This channel is all about relationships. It's all about reviews. It's all about entertainment. It's all about our famous rants. And tonight we're gonna be talking about Belle Collectives. And yes, happy Father's Day and happy Baby Daddy's Day. Some of y'all got baby daddies out there. Some of y'all got multiple baby daddies.
And happy, I don't know what to call it, for those that are in the witness protection program. Because they running from that child support. So
happy Ghost Dad Day.
Ghost Dad. That's
Ghost
good.
Dad.
Yeah.
Man, I ain't talking about no spirit ghost. I'm talking about that joke threw down the ninja ball, poof, and disappear ghost, baby.
So anyway, but shout out to those moms that are doing their thing on their own. So yes. All right. So if this is your first time joining this channel, you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And don't forget, Juneteenth is tomorrow. Whenever you're watching this video, it may be on Monday, so it's gonna be on Juneteenth. But we're filming it on Sunday, so happy Sunday, happy Juneteenth. So yes, I'm rocking my shirt. So yeah, you can purchase these shirts at our website, coedwear.com.
And the ones that have to work tomorrow, I feel your pain. I gotta work tomorrow too.
I'm free from work.
You free? Why you gotta say it like that? Why you gotta say it like that?
Hey, that is what it's all about, okay? So let's go ahead and get into this review. So, and what I was saying, we had a lot of stuff going on. It has been on this crazy work schedule for the last 2 weeks. Yeah. Thank God it's at a close. And yesterday, we couldn't film Friday, Belle Collective was late on it because, yesterday his daughter wanted to take him to the Escape House in Atlanta. So yeah, we had a great time in the midst of the Braves games in ain't that what it is? Atlanta Braves. So yeah. But yeah, we had a good time. We went to lunch afterwards and all that stuff. So yeah,
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So thank y'all for wishing me happy Father's Day on the community post. I appreciate that, and I want to thank my daughter and her roommate for taking us out and not killing us while driving. Golly.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So it is it's starting out with Latrice is meeting with Selena. I think that's her name, Selena, which is JJ ex-wife. So of course, to me, Latrice being messy because Sogucci, Sophia, so whatever is not they don't see eye to eye. So from what y'all say, y'all said that Selena was in, what is it, the Dancing Dolls?
Yeah.
Something like that. I think I watched it in and out or whatever. So she was a part of that. And so anyway, so as she's supposed to be helping her look for a dress, and they talking, and she was just saying, yes, tension between her and Sogucci, whatever she want to call herself, because Sophia, Sogucci, so this, so that. And Latrice was just throwing shade and said that she feel that Sogucci got jealous of Selena because they was said what he didn't want to divorce her. They
like
was
30 years, 20 years, something like that.
Yeah, to get a divorce or something.
Yeah, but he said what Latrice was basically saying was that Sogucci is jealous. Jealous is because I can't get it out. Sogucci is jealous is because that she feel like JJ is still in love with Selena. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it's that's why she feel like Sogucci is still kind of like hating on Selena because she knows the man she's married to now is still in love with the woman he was married to back in the day.
That according to what Latrice said. So now they two different women.
Totally different. Totally different.
In they looks, because Sogucci don't look like she has anything, that's added. It looked like her body natural. I'm just saying.
Sogucci.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me, she has a natural body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Selena, and I could be wrong,
don't
she
know.
looked like, her body, been
to work done
altered.
to it.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's what JJ into or what. I don't know, child. But anyway, because they two totally different looking women.
So apparently, it sounds like to me that Selena wanted the divorce from JJ, but JJ did not grant her that divorce. That's what it sounded like to me. That's why it was drug out so long. I'm just saying, I'm on the outside looking in.
Selena was just saying that, she tried to speak to Sogucci in times, of course, they have to co-parent together or whatever, but she tried to speak to her and she don't speak, or she may speak later, or she act like she don't hear, and then she tell me like, "Oh, girl, I had so much on my mind, yada yada." She's like, "Girl, you heard me." And then so yeah, it just like they dynamic messed up even before TV. So but yeah,
I agree with you. It feels like to me it's the typical baby mama drama. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of spilled over from reality onto the TV screen now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this to me, it's not this part to me, you said it yourself. It's not scripted.
Yeah.
You can actually see the tension between the two.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure. And so I think Selena was saying something, the number one realtor in Mississippi. She said, "Child, please. That is so not true, because I know people that be selling $1 million homes are selling way more real estate than her. And she even said her daughter probably do better than her. But anyway, so let's move on to Lord Jesus, my husband. Hold on, let me talk to his family. So Glen and Lateshia are pulling up at the grandma's house. Can I first say this before we get into this? I think it was tacky. I think it was uncouth. I think it was tasteless, to say the least. And I said it on the last video, to even film the grandmother, period. If you want to come into the grandmama house, go into the room where she at and leave the cameras outside. I guarantee you she didn't give consent. Because if she did, I felt like that y'all should have had enough respect to fix her up, put a wig on her, put her on some makeup. But the cousin, Glen, and Lateshia sitting up there, y'all looking glammed up, right? But y'all gonna go into this woman's room, and I don't think that y'all gave her consent. She had consent. She gave y'all consent to film her the way she looked. Of course, yeah, she's passing away or she's on hospice, but they don't give you a right to put her on national TV or the few viewers that watch this show, because the numbers are not that big. So still don't do that. And I think ain't somebody else have no. She ain't got no sisters. She ain't got nobody to say, "No, you're not gonna have my grandma or my sisters, my sibling or whatever on TV looking like that." And they probably didn't even know, and they probably in a ruckus now. But I'm sure I wasn't the only one that felt that.
Well, here's my take on that. My take is this. Yeah, I agree with you to a certain extent. I think, these people from Jackson, Mississippi, they're not used to these TVs and cameras in their face, so they either jumped at the opportunity to be on television. They didn't think about it. They didn't second guess, about having the grandma on there. You know what I'm saying? They just want to, like I said, they needed some content. You know what I'm saying? They need some content. Me personally, I think the conversation between the grandmother and Glen was a personal and private conversation that should have held behind closed doors. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Then they could film Glen coming out the room crying and whatnot. You got to have some kind of respect for people's personal lives, especially when they're going through a situation like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, to me, that scene was triggering for me because I understand what Glen was going through. My grandma, when they had her in the hospital, to see her looking like that broke my heart because my grandma lived over, I think she was like 100, and to see her just basically deteriorate over within a year, it was sad to see. So I get that, but I guarantee you, I would never have no cameras in there filming my grandma while she's in hospice, looking like that. No way. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. That's just my personal opinion. Even when my grandma passed away, I asked the family to not take pictures or videos at their funeral. I said that Some people don't listen, but that's just me.
Yeah, because it should be a level of respect, and you gonna respect somebody that don't even probably even know they exist, and so you know what I'm saying, because she may not be full of. Well, I
Right.
seem like she would call his name, so she
But
probably was
still,
fully in her
but
right mind. But I'm just saying,
she's even though she was calling, but he's still in and out. You know
oh
what I'm saying?
yeah.
You
So
in and
I
out.
just think it was tacky. But to say the least, he was very emotional. You know, they were all emotional, but he was just like psych himself up, like she gonna be okay. And the cousin was like, listen, cause she said she ready to go, like she tired. And when a person
Say they
is
tired,
sick and
yeah.
they say they tired
Yeah.
and they just ready to
Just give up.
let them go.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You got to, because it's selfish. You said it before, it's selfish.
Yeah, it's selfish to hold on to that person. I was selfish, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want my grandma to go, but I'm not feeling her pain. I'm not going through what she's going through, you know what I'm saying? So if they hurting like that, they ready to go, you just gotta let them go. And like I said, I've been with Glen being that. It is painful, so my heart go out to the brother, you know what I'm saying? I know I be cracking on MCG, but this one right here, I get it.
So yeah, she's 93 years old. So
Yeah.
almost so she
Yeah.
lived a long life.
She lived a long life, you know what I'm saying? So
I think that they, like you said, should have went in the room, and then we could see pictures of where she was, like pictures when she was in a good place. You know what I'm saying? Healthy, like they showed, and just saying, well, and he can come out. They can come out the room crying and saying, well, grandma, and we would have never saw that part. We would have never saw that. But anyway,
but like when I get older, my sister already said she's gonna roll me in the basement, feed me through under the door. She's gonna slide trays under the door. And when I try to come out of my wheelchair, she gonna poke me back in there with a broom. Get back in there! No, get back in there! So yeah, that's how she gonna treat me. So yeah, so y'all might see pictures of me asking for help. Give me for my sister, help me. Come on, man!
What you mean? Come on!
Hey, that wasn't funny.
I didn't heard it before.
Oh, you did.
Oh no, it wasn't. When she tell it, it would be funny, but you trying to tell it is not. And plus, we're doing the whole show. It's not about you. So let's move on. So Lateshia stopped by Marie house, right? Child, she passing down some toys. I said, okay, they want real TV, huh? Because that's what.
Yeah, that's what we do. Hey, ain't no shame in that.
But then she said she got the millions of dollars. Then you put it up.
Yeah, she got $5 million. Her net worth is between $5-10 million.
Well, where's we passing down used toys for?
Because they need it for TV.
Well,
they trying to keep it real. Come on, think about it, y'all.
I feel like sometimes I be watching a sitcom.
But you are. You watching a low budget sitcom. But you are.
Because it's like y'all say this stuff, but it don't lie.
Once again, what I'm telling you is that regular sitcoms cost a lot of money. So you get these ordinary people out there
that's thirsty for TV.
Yeah, pay them look,
$1,000 episode.
And there you go. That's your low budget sitcom. God. But anyway, passing down the toys things. Yeah, I've been there. I said, what? But even Knievel, his hair's not on the bike. So he had bootleg toys, so I got passed down, man.
It's just a bad look, but then y'all in the same breath talking about something, she worth all of this. But anyway, so Lateshia wanted to apologize to Marie because of how her husband acted and stuff like that. And first, this is what I wanted to say in the first time when Glen was acting like that. I wanted to say this: women, it's okay to help your friend, but you got to understand there got to be a cutoff point. Because if Glen be so mad that he will hurt Marie because he feels like she trying to interfere with his wife and their marriage, I think that's a dangerous place to be, because Glen looked like he was on one. He really did. So I think you can help them to a certain extent, but you got to also be careful, because there's a lot of people that have lost their life because of being interfering in that.
A woman needs to know her role. I'm not saying that in a demeaning way.
It sound.
But all I'm saying, when it comes to a situation like that, you gotta understand you're still a woman. Okay? Because some guys, if you get in their face, they're gonna treat you like a man. You know what I'm saying?
So when she had said, get out. She mad. What she said? She here now. It's my house. Go ahead, baby. And you done a good job.
As I was saying, please, women, know your roles when it comes to a situation like that. If you know, and I'm not like I said, man, because some of these guys gonna forget that you're a woman. They're gonna treat you like a man, and you know what I mean when I say that. When you get in a situation like that, because I'm not gonna do that, but everybody's not gonna be like me. So don't run up a man's face, especially when he's heated with his woman. You know what I'm saying? Then you're gonna try to jump in there like you captain save a woman and try to defend your friend.
Just gotta be careful.
And he gonna say, okay, you gonna run up on me like that? I bet. Then things happen.
Do they still say I bet? So anyway, let's move on. So
yes, ma'am. We was in the skate room, right? We were the oldest people in the skate room last day.
In the what?
Escape room. The oldest people in the escape room, all right? And this young lady, she asking, I think you were telling young lady.
You don't even know the story, because I told you the story.
And she said, you might want to do this. She said, yes, ma'am. I said, she said, yes, ma'am, to you, Courtney? She said, yeah. She said, yes, ma'am, to me. I busted, I laughed. I said, ooh, you over here talking about you so young looking. She said, yes, ma'am.
And
yes,
what?
ma'am.
And what? These folks call you aunt?
They call you auntie?
Not as much as they call you uncle and Mr. Eddie, so let's move on. They do not call me Miss Courtney.
But the point is, nobody called me yes, sir. They didn't say that to me.
Yes,
they didn't say that to me yesterday. They just told me.
No, I didn't say yes.
They said yes, ma'am.
Mr. Eddie.
Don't get
move on, Mr. Eddie.
Yes, ma'am.
Come on, let's move on.
Yes, ma'am. What you want to do? Okay. These were strangers too. We didn't know these people.
Let's move on, Mr. Eddie. So anyway, so she wanted to apologize for that and stuff, and so Marie said it reminded her of. I just don't know if I believe this, but I'll go with it because y'all want me to. But I really don't believe Marie and her stories. I just do not. But anyway, so she tears up and say, well, I understand because the same thing happened to me with whatever her ex-husband's name or whatever he is now and stuff like that. He used to accuse me of cheating because he was going out there cheating and all that stuff, whatever. I don't know if I believe that.
Well, the point is they did separate, and this dude, he did stay away from the house for long periods of time. So her story might have some weight to it. But the point is, she thought, that reminds me, but
it seemed like fake tears that she was
pulling.
But
you remember, I think it was the first season when she took his stuff and sat on the steps of that, like halfway built house.
Yeah, what is that?
The house is not completely built yet. Yeah. But you stand there. It's like, did y'all pick out a random house in a subdivision and say, this is the house you're going to drop the stuff off at?
It was random. It was 1 or 2 boxes. And I don't think that because it was like they was married, they wasn't married, they was married. They whole story just didn't even sound. Was he really and the way he talked to the son, it was just weird. So I'm not sure if she was ever married to this particular guy or whatever. But anyway, and where is Essie? Did something get mad that Essie ain't in here no more?
Essie's husband said, you ain't gonna get back on that TV show no more. You gonna stay at home be with me. So Essie's been MIA ever since.
So I just don't believe, anything really that Marie got to say. But anyway,
not everything.
The only story I believe was
about
her mom.
Yeah, we saw that. We actually saw that. So,
I believe that was a real storyline, and the son and the grandbaby.
Because that was in the news.
I believe all of that.
So some of the stories are believable and it's true because we actually seen it on TV.
And I mean, because those were real life things. You know what I'm saying? Not because of what happened, but it was good to see it, in front of us or whatever. But yeah. But anyway, so Lateshia said she wanted to hook Marie up and do a blind date or whatever. And Marie's like, girl, well, I don't really be like do them blind dates and stuff like that or date because I'm Marie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Dudes get intimidated by me. I'm a multi-millionaire child.
Can I say something real quick? Let me say something. Maria's not a bad looking woman. She's attractive, okay?
She shouldn't be in there with that booty.
Okay.
But
anyway. But a lot of guys in Jackson, maybe it's Jackson, Mississippi, but yeah, maybe that's what it is. But if you come to bigger cities like Atlanta or Birmingham, you're not gonna intimidate a lot of guys. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna know who you are.
Yeah, they, regardless who you are. You know what I'm saying? If you Maria from Jackson, Mississippi, they're gonna probably like, you from Jackson. First thing that pop in their mind, you from Jackson, Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? So you can have $3 million in the bank, but they're gonna still think you're from Jackson, Mississippi. So yeah, the intimidation thing must be a Jackson thing.
And that's a good point, because maybe in your circle,
right,
or in your, you know what I'm saying, it's small, and it's probably like, yeah, they probably know who you are,
right.
but
yeah,
I never heard of you before here, but anyway. So she was like, so let's disguise my name or whatever, because the teacher was like, well, let's call you Ann. And she was like, girl, Ann, honey, that's too old. So because if we disguise you, and you was like, that's a good point. That way people ain't got to Google you and all that stuff, whatever. Well, I like when she said Marie Monroe. That ain't her last name, so let's go with that. So ain't nobody finna Google you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, unless they pull your picture up on Facebook or something like that. But anyway,
that's the thing. They pull you up on Facebook and they find you. You know what I'm saying? It's Jackson, Mississippi. Maria's in Jackson, Mississippi. 5 of them pop up on Facebook. Click on their name. Okay, now I know your name. Then you click on certain things, and bam, they find your information, man.
Yeah, that's true. And if they got your phone number, if you've used your phone number for your Facebook kind of login, then you could people like that. Yeah. Which I didn't know that. I did not know that. But
so I don't put my phone on my Facebook.
I don't either. Not on it. But if you use it to log in, if it's attached to your Facebook in any kind of way,
I didn't get it though. Never mind. We ain't talking about.
I would get it.
Don't worry about it, because I've been hacked once before.
If we exchange numbers, okay, give me your phone number.
Yeah.
And then they go use your number to put it in Facebook,
and then your name will pop up because of the link to your phone number.
Yeah. So anyway, but
you gotta inbox me.
So
you can't inbox because you don't know my last name.
Who? What?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So anyway, so she wants them to sign an NDA. Dumb. Okay, let's move on.
I wish your woman would put out an NDA.
No, MBA.
MBA. You don't try to play me. NDA. Try to put out an NDA on me, man.
What do you mean?
Non-disclosure association.
Non-disclosure.
Yeah, non-disclosure agreement. I said, what? You go? I grab it, tear it up, throw it in her face. You know who you trying to? Come on, I'm E-Dub. No, MBA. You trying to get me an MBA? They goes like MBA? No, NBA, National Basketball Association. That's what you trying to get me to sign.
NDA.
I know.
NDA, but and for what? Like, if y'all finna do some kind of activity, that way they ain't gotta come back and tell my bill. What y'all finna do? That's what I want to know. What business to tell? You know what I'm saying? You finna get them your stats, how much money you make. What is they finna disclose that they were just dating you? Oh, okay. Did y'all do some?
Oh, ladies,
unethical.
Ladies, I'm gonna ask you this question: if you go on a date for the first date with a guy, and the guy pulls out NDA to you, okay, would you sign it? Or would you tell him to kick rocks? What would you do?
I wouldn't sign it. Because first of all, I don't know what I'm finna sign that you saying.
Okay. You don't sign, but after he pulls it out and shows you, I need you to sign this NDA, what you do? What would you do after that?
I would leave. Because you ain't finna get me caught up in that crazy child. Because if I sign it, then we get into something. And a lot of people celebrities have people, regular folks sign non-disclosure because they finna do some sexual activities and stuff like that. Or they've been, cheat on their wife and you can't tell. They use a side chick, so I'm just saying.
Man, yeah, I'm about to start thinking with y'all head on top of y'all shoulders, man, because, man, you sign that stuff, man, like you said, you don't know you signed it, man, what you getting yourself into, then all of a sudden something happened 5 years down the road, you want to try to speak out, you can't speak out now.
Speak out, because you signed something. That's why a lot of them celebrities had them people sign them non-disclosure. That's why you ain't heard them from, and you can't sue because you can't say nothing.
Yeah, I should start went on dates for NDAs, had like 5 copies of them. Sign this one, sign that one, sign that.
So we're going to move on. So Latrice is pulling up at her new location.
Yeah, how are we going to do that?
Yeah, just bear with me. Wait till you get ready, man.
You sign this because if something that happen, I want you to come back and get me. You're going to get half of my empire.
So let's move on. You through with your games? Okay, so we're gonna move on. So Latrice is pulling up at her new location, and this gonna be the location of Goddess Land. So she's showing it to her friend, and so she was just saying that Cliff pretty much ain't running nothing, honey. She's saying how everything should go, and what happened?
Jason pulled up. You know how in the movies of Friday the 13th and Halloween, you got Michael Myers and Jason. I don't care. You run 20 miles away from them, they all of a sudden pop up out of nowhere. That's Cliff. That Joker, he would give Jason and Mike a run for the money because this Joker be popping up like out of any place, man, anywhere. Latricia can be at a golf course, knocking golf balls in the golf cup, and that Joker head pop out the cup. What you doing? You know what I'm saying?
So Cliff pop up and they was like, "Oh, there he go," and he's like, "Yeah, I heard you saying they're talking about me." And and the friends, she was not talking about you. We was not talking about you.
Yeah, it was. Y'all talking about Cliff, man.
I heard you said about. And so
anyway, I think people be summoning Cliff with the Ouija board. See,
so they started talking about how the thing's gonna go and everything, and she said that she gonna be in charge of it, and he said, listen, he gonna take charge of it, he didn't want to. He said he been trying to get Latrice out of that place to get her own place, but she wanted to pay rent for 3 years. I ain't understand what he was trying to. It was a little shady, but I didn't understand.
It sounded like to me that what Cliff was trying to say was, yeah, she should have been owning her own place, but rather for her owning her own place, she'd rather get somebody else money to rent a place, for her business. Because and 3 years ago, you don't know how far you've been along right now having your own place, but you want to give somebody else your money to rent. And if that's the case, I don't blame Cliff.
Yeah. So they had that conversation. So they're gonna talk about how it's gonna go.
But you knows how
6 months.
You knows how when Cliff popped up at first that Latrice was acting all timid and whatnot. Then one of her friends said, "Yeah, Cliff, let her be herself. Let her do what she got to do." Then she started, chest got she started kind of sticking her chest out a little bit and got a little bit more aggressive.
Because it's always somebody else got to be the mouthpiece.
That's what Josh was trying to do
for her, because she don't seem like either if she a mouthpiece, he don't be listening to her. That's basically what it is. She don't feel like her voice is heard if she speak up for herself. So let's move on to Glen and Lateshia go out to dinner. They shouldn't even win in them folks restaurant. But anyway. So he wanted to know, where they at, what they doing, how this dynamic gonna go. And she said, well, she wanna be a better her, she want him to be a better him. And he's saying, well, basically, he gonna be a better him if he had his family together. You're not taking my son. You is not gonna take my son and leave. So she was like, you can't tell me what to do. This is what I run this over here. You don't run this over here. So, she get upset. She was like, this ain't going the way I thought it would go. So she get up and leave, and she walk out. So she go ahead, baby.
To me, real talk, all jokes aside.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Go ahead.
It's gonna be hard for her to leave that guy. He's not gonna allow her to leave that easily. You know what I'm saying? He's using the child. He uses his grandmother. He's gonna use whatever he can use to hold on to her. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I agree. But when she walked out, he said, people get a little piece of money.
Oh, yeah, I know.
They come up or something like that.
I know it's the shade he threw. Yeah, I noticed that too. Okay. Yeah. But he's right, though. Some people, when they get a little money, they change.
So evidently, he's saying he always had the money.
Right.
Now she got the money.
And she feel more independent now, and she's changing.
Okay. So he was saying, okay, so if she didn't have the money where she at now, she'll still be there because she need his money in order to stay there.
Yeah. You asked me the question the other night, would I feel a certain type of way if you made more money than me? No, I wouldn't. Like I told you, I'd just be a house husband.
Yeah, that wouldn't fly over here.
Yeah, I'd be playing PlayStation, making rap albums in the basement. So, yeah.
So, But anyway, so she walk out, they get outside and they have, fussing and all that stuff, whatever. He was like, you take my son from me. And I'm saying, taking the son, y'all would just co-parent. He was like, I didn't grow up in the same house with my father. You not, well then you should have been stopped doing what you were doing, dude. But like some of y'all said, they still together, they over there on Instagram and stuff like that. So this is a moot point.
Yeah, whatever Glen is doing is working, man. She don't want to leave.
So let's go.
If they still together, as you claim they are.
Let's move on to Marie and this blind date. Got to be production driven. Got to be because ain't no way, no how.
Why you say that? Why? I'm serious. Why you say that? It could have been a straight up legitimate hookup.
I would hope that Lateshia didn't pull one of her cousins back from
Hey, it might be one of her cousins. She said, "You know what, cuz? You want to get on TV? Just go on this date."
Hi, cuz.
Yeah, I do it for you, cuz. Yeah, I'm a player. You know what I'm saying?
Did he have an Acura SUV?
Yeah, it was an Acura. Yeah.
SUV.
Yeah. To me, that don't sound that don't scream player
at all.
You know what I'm saying?
At all.
At first, it screams like a family man. You sure you ain't cheat on your wife, bro?
I said Acura SUV.
Yeah, Acura SUV.
It didn't have no tint, no rims, no none of that.
Plain gray Acura SUV.
That must have been a rental car.
No, it probably is.
Golly.
He probably a family man.
So he pull up and he get out, got his gold teeth.
Yeah, how you gonna have grills in your mouth, but you ain't got no wheels on your ride? I don't get it, man. Man, how thuggish can you be? I'm not gonna rephrase it. How much of a player can you be when you grilled out, or your car is like screams minivan? You know what I'm saying? You're like, man, it just don't fit, man.
I'm hungry. That was so random.
Yeah, it was. That's what greedy people do.
Dude, you just got finished eating something. Talking about that's what greedy people do. Because if not, you be sitting up there telling me you hungry too.
Oh, this is all about me. You doing something?
I just ate 2 pickles, man. 2 slices.
You had breakfast?
That was a long time ago.
Oh, that bacon you had.
I did eat a lot of bacon. I'm trying to go and cook up that pack. But anyway. So let's go talk about this. So anyway, he pull up in there. He had gold teeth. He had on tennis shoes. So they showing her in the list to her voice. I want me a businessman, somebody that do business. And of course, he getting out of the car, look like he just got been playing basketball somewhere, honey.
No, he did. Them tennis shoes he had on.
Oh yeah, they were too white.
Yeah, too white. Too blinging.
So she introduced herself as Annie, whatever. But then she said, "I'm gonna tell you my real name. It is Marie Monroe.
Oh,
that's who I am."
Bro said, "Who?"
Yeah, he didn't know.
What? Who are you?
Because to me, let's to me, if they knew you like that in Jackson, they would know your face already.
Right.
They know who you is, so you wouldn't even have to give a fake name. But anyway.
What's the population of Jackson, Mississippi? Like 75,000, 100,000 at the most?
I think that's all the people that watch the show. I think the whole state watched the show because I think the viewership is like 156. That could be, lowballing it, but yeah, the ratings ain't that many people.
Hey Siri, what's the population of Jackson, Mississippi?
As of 2020,
Right.
the population of Jackson was 153,701.
That's the ratings. I think we and a few people is the only ones watching the show that's not in Jackson. In Mississippi, I mean. So yeah, I think that's the whole city of Jackson. So yeah, and us. All right, so that's who watched the show. So let's move on. So yeah, she was sitting down talking. Of course they talk about bowling. Basically, it seemed like that he played video games and stuff like that. So she don't want no man that play no video games. So he was telling that he don't know how to bowl, but it seemed like he was doing a lot of what they call strikeouts. What they is?
Home runs.
No, he was knocking all the pins down.
Field goals. I'm sorry, field goals.
He was knocking all the pins. Did you think I'm stupid?
You want me to answer that question?
He was knocking all them. You go ahead and answer. And this show would just be Courtney. So anyway, so he was knocking all the pins down.
Yeah,
all
strikes.
That stuff. Yeah,
strikes.
So Marie get outside after the date was over with, and she said she had a good time. But get out there and call Lateshia and said that, hey, listen, this has got to be a joke or something like that. I know you didn't set me up with him. You know what I'm saying? I said I want a businessman. He like you from the hood. So she's like, girl, that was just a fun first date and stuff like that. I'm gonna hook you up with somebody else. La 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 la.
because he's from the hood, don't mean he's not a businessman. You can be a businessman. You from the hood. You can do both. You can be both.
Actually, the people that y'all know what they be selling, that they actually be business people
Yeah,
because
they
they
are
actually
managed stuff.
yeah,
You know
they
what
know
I'm
how
saying?
to deal with it. They just using their skill in the wrong way.
Yeah, they
But
are managed people. You know what I'm saying? They know how to fire people. They know how to get rid of people. They know how to downsize. Yeah, they got all the management skills you need.
yeah. So in the next scene, you got Latrice. She doing her wig launch, and she getting all the models together, and it seems like she's naming each wig after the petty shadiness of the bells, and so she put her own little spin on, which I think is funny. But I was like, girl, you really did Keisha like that? They call that girl Hattie Mae or something because she got an old soul.
Yeah, but how can you? Why would you do that when you try to get past all this stuff? You know what I'm saying? All you're gonna do is create more shady and pettiness in the group.
Yeah, she don't care.
Yeah, I know.
She having it at her friend's salon because she's saying that she pretty much had to cut ties with where she was in her business, the building that she was at.
Right.
So I'm saying, well, where you gonna be at now? So that's why you should have. I'm with Cliff. You should have been had your own, so you wouldn't have to deal with this. And so it seemed like bad business moves, girl.
Mm-hmm. That's why she's sticking out with Cliff, because you basically you're not gonna have income for 6 months.
Not from what I gather.
The minimum 6 months. Okay, so now where you gonna get your money from? You gotta look at Zaddy over there to get for your money. You know what I'm saying?
Not Zaddy.
Yeah, hey, it is what it is.
She ain't call that man that.
I noticed that too.
She
This
don't
season.
call that man that no more.
Hey.
So anyway, because it was all cute and fun in that first season. Then we seen who Cliff is, and y'all ain't in the same room.
Yeah.
So they talk about that, and then so her friend is doing her hair, and she's just saying, when the last time you talked to Josh, she was like, "Girl, I really let you don't fool with Josh because I've been coming in not saying much to him because I'm mad at him because he done went to Akeisha and told all my business."
I don't know how I feel about that. You know what I'm saying? I think Josh has the right to vent how he feels. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't listening to Latrice. Latrice wasn't listening to Josh. You know what I'm saying? Because she was wrapped up in her little bubble with Cliff.
Mm-hmm.
So Josh really didn't have nobody to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
So he went to Akeisha and talked to her.
It's like this. First of all, let's just come to terms what it is. It's reality TV. So of course Josh got to go in production. Go over there and talk to Akeisha. Go over there and talk. So you can't get too mad at the man. You don't want to invite him on the show. We would never even know who he was.
I get that, but to me, this kind of spills over into real life too. You know what I'm saying? If I'm having an issue with somebody, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to talk to me. I can't vent to you because you feel like, I got nothing to vent to you about because it's about you. I got to talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Well, make sure you tell that somebody you talk to. Don't come back and tell the person.
But you can't, sometimes you can control it.
Yeah, if that person feel like I want to try to mend our relationship and see what's going on.
And I think that's what Akeisha, that was her intention, was trying to kind of mend their relationships. But I guess Latrice said, no, he has no business going back and tell you my business or whatnot.
And she said, she said if it wasn't for, what she said?
If it wasn't for, she said I should have listened to Cliff from the get-go about firing Josh from the shop. But if it wasn't for all this other stuff going on, what I got going on, I would have done it. But my mind was so preoccupied with the fashion show and the new building and all this. So that right there, firing Josh was kind of down the line. But now, once this is over with, I'm going to revisit this firing of Josh and might have to fire him from for doing what he did. Because she was basically saying that her and Josh were friends before he got hired on at her business. And and that's why she took it so hard.
In a way, because to me, like this, I don't care what you got going on. If you want to fire somebody. But I feel like you just using this man, honey, to get whatever you need done. And then when that time span, hey, you probably have to fire him anyway because you ain't going to have nowhere to put him for 6 months. Or whenever the new building get placed, done.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's messy. So the ladies are coming to the event, one by one. They all showing them coming in. Some of them might even know who they was because they just look different. But anyway,
especially Akeisha, I know who Akeisha was.
Yeah.
Who's that woman?
Child, she go from night to day, don't it? You can tell when she just around the house, honey. You can tell when she get glammed up. So Selena is coming in and Oh yeah, I think Selena was coming in, and of course Akeisha. I think in her confession, kind of throwing some shade and stuff like that. And she was just saying, oh, I know that Selena used to be JJ ex, but dang, she'd be around Latrice a lot, honey. I know they were friends and stuff
Oh
like that,
yeah.
but is they how deep a friend? Production said, so you trying to call her a lesbian?
Silence.
Yeah. I
Silence.
was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Because what happened to Mel? Remember Mel? We liked it, Mel, on the show.
Which one? Oh, the tall chick.
Yeah.
What happened to her?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we liked the Mel on the show. We
Mhm.
liked that her that was Latrice business.
Right.
They was doing business or something like that together.
I liked her too. Yeah. I wonder what happened to her.
We liked it. So I'm not sure what happened to her, but
I forgot all about her.
so maybe Latrice needs somebody else to film with. So anyway, so Tamra come in and all the ladies come in. So Tamra is talking to Selena. So Selena still in her feelings about how Sogucci don't speak and stuff like that. Like I said, I think this was a real moment and stuff, and she just couldn't.
If I was
fake the funk
Selena,
no more.
some things, if it's that way, it's just that way. Don't be concerned about somebody speaking to you. You know what I'm saying? I understand. You said, well, we got to be cordial for the kids, but some people just can't get along.
Yeah.
You just got to let it roll.
Yeah. So it seems that, she telling Tamara that go Sogucci, whatever y'all call her, whatever, Sophia, Sogucci, whatever. She got all these names. She walking in and she don't never speak and stuff like that. So Tamara called her over there and Tamara is talking to her, they having conversation. So at that point, Sogucci get ready to walk off and Selena was like, oh, so you ain't gonna speak? And so she was like, girl, no, I was not going to speak, especially when I tried to speak to you at the baby shower. You was out all over the place. She said, girl, it was a baby shower. I was running here, there, and everywhere. And granted, Selena could have been shady as well in that moment. And so she was like, like, girl, okay, bye. So they had words. And so Gucci said, girl, I'm not going to talk to the extra. Now, that was funny.
Okay, before you get to that part, Selena made a statement which I said, okay, it do make sense because it's the baby shower for for the daughter, for her daughter, Selena's daughter. And Selena said, you didn't even offer to help me. I said, okay, that's a good point. Even though it's it's a baby shower for Selena's daughter, but Sogucci is trying to make a bond with his daughter. That'd be a good way to make a bond with that child by helping out with the baby shower. That's just my opinion.
Well, I think she already cool with her children.
I know, but still, you cool.
Yeah.
That's even better. If you cool with the child, go help out with the baby shower.
But it's so much deeper than that.
I know it is, but she just used that as an excuse.
Yeah.
But, what I'm saying? But I get what you're right.
And Selena was like, on time Sogucci speaking, she initiated. And so she said she's tired of doing that. So anyway, of course, like I said, they have words back and forth. So Gucci said, girl, I'm not going to talk to the extra. I thought that was funny.
No, that wasn't funny.
I thought it was funny.
No,
it was shady. It was funny.
That cut to the bone right there.
It did cut. And she said, extra? Who you talking about? Girl, I was on TV before you. I was saying, so Gucci, please don't let this little show that many people don't watch, because I think the show that the girl was on, Dance of Dolls, it was a household name, and a lot of people knew who that show was. Now, like I said, I was in and out of it, and I don't really remember all the people except for the teacher or whatever. But girl, please don't let this Belle Collective honey boot your head up, because ain't nobody but the city of Jackson watching.
The point is, you still don't get it, baby. You still don't get it. It can be 1 million people watching. It can be 50,000 people watching. But regardless of the show, or regardless of the people watching, Sogucci is a major cast member.
Don't say Sogucci. I thought it was Sogucci.
I put another song. I keep saying Del. Sogucci is a part of the main cast. And Selena still is an extra. Because I don't care how you slice it.
Extra.
I don't care how you view it.
It's called a friend to the show.
She's still an extra. Extra. Hear all about it. You know what I'm saying?
But on that note, it kind of went off, and
it didn't go off. Baby,
okay, well, go ahead.
It was going off, and you hear like when the screen with the black, you hear people. Leave it alone.
Glass breaking. Yeah. So they fight at Latrice wig opening. So launch wig launch.
Yeah.
So they fighting, honey, because you was like, Do Selena have heels on? She is a big woman.
Yeah, that's a tall girl.
She is a big woman. Whether she had heels on or not, you can just tell that her form is big. You know. So, but anyway, so that went off. You know, so we'll see what happens next week.
Yeah, that's the screen went to black. All you heard in the background, little baby. I was like, please, you gonna say to be continued.
Of course.
Oh, Carlo, who you think you is? This is not As the World Turns.
Yeah, it is. That's exactly what it is, a soap opera. That's why some of this stuff I don't have more believe. All right, you guys. We'll see you guys on the next video, which is going to be Love and Marriage Huntsville, honey. We got a lot to say on that, but we will see you guys. And don't forget to go with God and let God go with you.
I was put God first.
Deuces.
Hey!